All right, everyone. Welcome back to another Live with Innova here at the Innova headquarters. Today we've got something special for you. Normally we go over one or two tools. Today we're coming at you with all 9 of the CarScan OBD2 and 1, we'll get into that a little bit later, scan tools. So when you visit our page, you might have some questions about, okay, which tool is right for me? We offer a lot. Here at Innova, we want to make sure that we have the right tool for you. So that's why we offer several. You can buy the exact tool for your needs and your car and the features that match what you need to repair your vehicle. So I'm going to be going over all the tools as well as the added value that is Repair Solutions 2, the free app that comes with every single tool in front of me right now. So if you want to follow along on any of our product pages, we have a comparison chart, and that's going to be very powerful for all of you to go check out in case you just want to see which features and functions are in each tool that you can check yourself. But I'm just going to do a quick run through of each tool, which features and functions it has, and why it might work for you. So starting out, we have the 5110. So this is our smallest little guy. It's basic in a sense, but still has powerful features like ABS. Most small lower end tools like this do not support anything beyond just check engine light. So this will get you your check engine light code as well as ABS codes. So it's multiple features or multiple systems of your vehicle on a small, inexpensive tool. The screen is black and white, which may not be the greatest thing for everyone, but at this price, it's still really powerful. And even though it's black and white, it still has several things it can show you on the display. So for example, it has the IM monitor status. Basically, that's related to smog checks and emission status, as well as there's 3 LEDs here on the front, which let you know whether basically if the particular code or issue on your car means there's no issue on your car, there's a pending issue, or there's something that's basically going to make you fail an emissions test. So this guy is cheap, small, inexpensive. It's something that you can keep in your glove box. You're not so worried about someone coming in your car, stealing it, or letting a friend or a family member borrow it and not getting it back for a little while. So that's the 5110. Stepping up, and once again, check out the comp charts that are on our product pages because it's going to show you all those features every time you step up to the next tool. So definitely check that out. And if anyone has any questions, definitely let me know in the chat, and we can go over those during this live stream. So 5210, that is this guy right here, and I'll plug him in for you. Because when you step up to the 5210, you get a larger color screen, and this actually makes a really big difference. So yeah, the 5210 steps up to a 2.8-inch color screen, and as you can see now, it gives you more information on the screen, such as the definition for the code and the DTC severity, which lets you know basically, hey, can I continue to drive my car, or is this a serious issue where I may want to get a tow truck? So once again, bigger screen, color screen, and even more features such as a battery and charging system test to see if your alternator or battery are working correctly. So that saves you a trip from having to go to the auto parts store and borrow theirs. Shows you even live data on this tool, which is really powerful. And once again, that's the color screen working its magic, being able to show you that information. And it even supports all 10 OBD2 modes. So once again, you're going to be able to get more information from your vehicle with this tool versus the 5110. And like I mentioned before, every tool just steps up in features and functions. So everything I mentioned about the 5210 is also going to be in the 5310, which is this tool right here. Very similar shape and size to the 5210, but you actually get a little bit of a longer cable, I believe. And this tool is where we step up into SRS codes. So on the previous tools, we had ABS, but now if we want to diagnose the supplemental restraint systems, so the airbags, seat belts, stuff like that, this tool will be able to read and clear those codes. So that's a really important function of the 5310. But on top of that, we also get oil light reset. So if you're doing your own maintenance on your vehicle, this tool is going to be a game changer because it's going to allow you to reset the oil maintenance light or any other maintenance light on your vehicle, either via OBD electronically. And if your vehicle does not support it electronically, basically where you just press, kind of clear my maintenance light on the tool itself, the tool will give you instructions on how to do so on your vehicle. So for example, on certain vehicles, there may be a certain sequence of button presses that you need to do in order to turn off that maintenance light. This tool will give you all those instructions that you need to make sure that you can do it correctly. So as we step up into the 5410, what you'll notice is it doesn't have a cable. That's because it comes with a cable, just want to preface that, but it is a detachable cable. So when it comes to storage, when it comes to just being worried that maybe one day you'll damage the cable and you'll want a replacement, that's going to be a really handy feature on the 5410. This tool also comes with the ability to put in AA batteries, and what that means is once it's off the vehicle, we'll go ahead and unplug it, it's still going to function. It has battery power and you can review previous reports directly on the tool. So you can go ahead and get a scan, take it to a friend, family member, maybe a mechanic that you know, and give them the tool. They can look at the report and give you an idea on the particular issue. So really handy having batteries built in and that removable cable. So the 5410 also steps it up. So we've talked about clearing and reading your check engine light, your ABS light, as well as the SRS light. But on modern vehicles, there's even more systems than that. We're talking about systems and computers for your AC, for your wiper motors, for your window motors, for your seats, for your radio. There's dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of different modules and computers on modern vehicles. The 5410 has an all-module network scan, which means it's going to read all those different computers and modules to make sure that you can read and clear codes for basically everything on your vehicle. So the 5410 is really powerful for that reason alone, because sometimes the biggest regret that a customer has when buying a tool is they're like, shoot, I should have bought the slightly higher end tool because now I need to read SRS codes. Now I need to read these codes. 5410 is going to allow you to read and clear all of those codes. On top of that, 5410 also has battery reset and initialization. So once again, kind of similar to the 5310, where you have the oil light reset, where typically you might have to take that to a dealership or take it to your local auto parts store in order to put a new battery in your vehicle. For vehicles that require this, usually it's higher end European vehicles, you can actually reprogram the battery directly with the tool to make sure that it is accepted correctly by your vehicle and you don't cause any damage or harm when you install that new battery. And that's just to make sure that all of the amperage and basically everything on that battery is then translated to the computer of the car so that the car knows exactly the stats of that battery and it's going to run correctly. So that's another thing that this tool has, keeps you from having to go to the dealership if you want to do that type of maintenance on your own. And it even has the ability to read hybrid battery cell voltage. So if you have a Prius, if you have any other type of hybrid car, 5410 is very powerful because it allows you to read all of the cells on the vehicle. And if anyone has any experience working on hybrid cars, or when hybrid cars go bad, you know that some of those cells in the whole battery pack can go bad, and being able to identify those cells and see their voltage is going to be really powerful in helping you maintain your hybrid vehicle. So stepping it up is where we get to the 5510. 5510 is a bigger tool, bigger screen, 3.5 inches. We'll go ahead and power it on here real quick. And on the 5510, this is where we get into several service brake functions, which are really powerful. This tool allows you to take these features away from the dealership and allows you to do them yourself, such as electronic parking brake retract. So when you're working on a vehicle with an electronic parking brake, generally you need a scan tool in order to properly retract the parking brake. You know, it's not a manual lever like you have on older vehicles, and you need an electronic tool to do so. So the 5510 is going to allow you to do that. Not only that, it does ABS brake bleeding. So if anyone's had experience bleeding the brakes on their car and it never quite feels right, maybe it's because there's actually air stuck inside the ABS pump. And this tool will allow you to activate the ABS pump to make sure that you completely bleed the entire system correctly. So really powerful there. And it even allows you to see brake pad life on compatible vehicles. So if you have a higher end European car, that allows you to see the percentage of pad life left. This tool will allow you to see it digitally versus having to get under the car, take the wheels off, and actually go measure that pad yourself. So it saves you from breaking your back a little bit on supported vehicles. Not only that, it allows you to read TPMS sensors. So if you're having an issue with your TPMS system on your vehicle and you want to pull those codes or you want to see live data for TPMS, 5510 will allow you to do that, as well as read transmission temperature. On modern vehicles, typically you need to make sure that the transmission is at the right temperature when you're reading the levels, so you can make sure that you're at the right temperature with the 5510. So we have another tool in our lineup, the 5512, and you might be asking yourself, what's the difference? Everything I talked about right now, they're technically exactly the same. What you can get though with the 5512 are OBD1 adapters, and this is what I mentioned in the beginning of the videos, is that not only do we sell OBD2, we sell OBD1. So the 5512 comes with these adapters, and we have adapters for Ford, GM, Chrysler, Jeep, Honda, Toyota, Lexus. And it's probably a little hard to see in the video, and that's okay. But these different colored connectors are for all of the different types of manufacturers back in the day when OBD1 was a thing. OBD1 wasn't quite the standard that OBD2 is. Every single manufacturer typically had their own plug, and that's why you need these adapters to make sure that you can plug into those older vehicles. So I believe we go back to, the earliest is around 1981. So if you have an older vehicle and you still want to be able to pull codes and see what those older computers are telling you, 5512 is a really great option because you're going to get this kit along with it. I believe we sell this kit separately. Check out our Amazon page, because the 5410, the 5510, and the 5610 will actually allow you to use those same cables. So if one day you wanted to upgrade and you had an older car that you needed to work on, you can buy those cables separately on supported tools. All right, so getting past the 5510 and the 5512 is our 5610. This is the one we're always talking about because it's the top dog. It's got all the features. It's got bidirectional functions, active tests, resets, relearns. This one is really important and really special because of those features, because these are the level of features that you find with dealership level scan tools, and this tool will support them. So for example, on the lower end tools, basically what happens is, for the most part, you're only reading codes. You're pulling information from the car's computer. You're not telling it to do anything. The 5610 will actually tell the car to do something. So you can command the vehicle to turn on an actuator or perform a specific test. So this is extremely helpful in certain maintenance and repair scenarios. So for example, if you replace the throttle body on your car, or maybe you even cleaned it and you messed up the calibration a little bit, this tool will allow you to then calibrate that throttle body to make sure it's working correctly on your car. So 5610, extremely powerful because of those bidirectional tests, active test, bidirectional functions. It also steps it up with enhanced data stream. So not only are you going to get the general live data that you'd get from the normal powertrain OBD2 related PIDs, you're going to get enhanced data for the engine, for specific active tests, ABS, and SRS. So multiple systems you can get live data out of for this tool. So that allows you to view things like wheel speed sensors from the ABS system to make sure that those are working correctly to help you diagnose your vehicle better. So the last one is our dongle. So this is a Bluetooth only diagnostic tool. And this means it has no screen. There's nothing that you use to interact with on this particular tool itself. This just plugs into your vehicle and wirelessly communicates with our app Repair Solutions 2. So you can actually leave this plugged into your vehicle if you wanted to. It won't drain your battery. And if you have any sort of check engine light, maintenance light, whatever comes up, the dongle is there to read it. The moment you open the app, it's going to pull that information and give you all the information you need about your vehicle. So really powerful. It's just a different option. This is roughly comparable to a 5310 or 5410. It's really good bang for the buck, actually. I believe we have this price right around $100. Look out for sales too. But bang for the buck, it's really good. Some people prefer a handheld tool with a screen for ease of use. Simply plug it in, automatically loads in 15 seconds or less with your generic OBD2 information, and you're ready to go to get that information fast and easy. This, of course, you have to pair with an app. So if you're okay using your phone or a tablet, and you're okay with quickly pairing the device, then this is probably a no-brainer for you because you're getting so much value for your money. So speaking of the app, what I want to go over real quick is the app, Repair Solutions 2, which comes for free on all of our car scan tools. So we have a report preloaded right now. And what's very powerful about RS2 and what you're not getting with the competitors is the information we give you about your vehicle and the fix. So you can see here, this is taken with the 5110, so our lowest end tool, and this is all the information you're getting. So really powerful. So you're getting the code, you're getting the definition for the code, and here's what's really special. The most likely fix as well as the exact part that you need to replace it. So no longer are you having to talk to friends or family or mechanics or do a lot of Googling or searching on internet forums. We're telling you right here, based on our database, which we've been building for over 20 years with over 500 million scans and 50 million fixes, we're giving you this most likely fix right here so that you don't have to search, and we want to save you time. So not only do you get the fix information, the code information, we give you additional information about your vehicle, such as maintenance. This is the same exact information that you get from your service advisor at a dealership, because all of our information comes directly from the OEMs and vehicle manufacturers. We license this data, so everything that you're seeing here would be the same as if you got it from the dealership, including TSPs and recalls. So we'll see, let's check out some technical service bulletins for this particular vehicle. So if you're having a particular issue with your car, it would be good to know if the manufacturer has already come across this issue and has issued a TSB with a fix. Normally, you don't get this information, but here at Innova, we're providing it to you for free. So as you can see, this is a service bulletin directly from Stellantis and Fiat and Chrysler. This is the same exact document that the technician at the dealership would be getting. So extremely powerful information that you are getting for free. And if you want to try the app out right now, you can download it for free and you'll get all this information that I'm showing you that's not related to the code. So that includes maintenance items, the TSBs and recalls, information about your vehicle's warranty, cost to own, predicted repairs, and more. So really powerful stuff that we're giving to you completely for free. Once again, there are no subscriptions in this app. The only thing that you would have to pay for, and it is completely optional, is if you wanted a vehicle history report. This is similar to like a Carfax report. So we do provide that for a very small fee, but everything else I showed you is completely free, no subscriptions, and works on every single Innova tool that we talked about. So that's Repair Solutions 2. You can find it on any app store, whether it's the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. It'll work on most of your smartphones and tablets, no problem. So just a recap for everybody, because there's a lot of information. We have 9 OBD2 and 1 scan tools in front of us right now. And it seems a little daunting, but at the end of the day, we have tons of informative charts and information on all of our listings. Definitely check out the comp charts on our listings. It'll show you the exact features and functions that come with each tool so that you can make the decision for yourself. If you're questioning whether or not you need a specific feature or if it works on your specific vehicle, check out innova.com/coverage. And what you can do is you can choose the tool that you're looking to buy in your vehicle, and it will show you all the specific features that work with your vehicle. So if you have any questions about maybe certain bidirectional tests or higher end functions working with your specific vehicle, check out innova.com/coverage, and we will show you that specifically to make sure you're confident in your purchase. If you have questions at all, maybe you're just like, wait a second, do I even need this feature, or does it make sense for me? Feel free to call our customer service. They're in-house in the US in the same office that we're at right now in California. So if you give them a call, they'll pick up the phone and definitely talk with you about any questions that you might have before and after the purchase of your tool. Definitely check out our socials. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We have a lot of interesting and fun content that really kind of shows off the tools in different ways, different use cases, scenarios, features, functions. And it's not as bland as me just talking here through the tools. It's a little bit fun. So definitely drop a like, drop a follow over there. And definitely follow us on Amazon right here beneath this screen. Drop a like, drop a follow there so that you are always notified when we're doing a sale on any one of these tools. We do sales pretty often, and often enough, they are very hearty sales as well, up to 30% off sometimes. So if you want a deal, definitely make sure you follow us on Amazon. But that's going to be it for now. This is the whole car scan line with the Repair Solutions 2 app from Innova. And definitely thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.